is not about your property or yours or mine. Water's going to go somewhere. And we cannot waste the time and money of this town and this community unless we do something that recognizes North Caldwell isn't an island. The work that they have done up on Hilltop, as an example, didn't just create an enormous runoff problem. It's created a tremendous change in the aquifer. That water can travel for miles, and we have no idea where it goes. We have no idea what the volumes are. They have completely altered the flow of water that we cannot see. Is it any wonder that it's showing up in basements a mile away or in a brook a half a mile away? The wonder is why we don't stop for just a minute and recognize that fact. Uncontrolled development has led to this problem. That's why we didn't have it when we had Hurricane Floyd, and we had earlier problems. That's why we have it now. Now, I can't turn back the clock. I seem to have forgotten the keys to my time machine. But I can deal with the problem as it exists now and as I believe it will exist tomorrow. So as a consequence, any studies that are done and must be done in a fashion that accommodates a tremendous, tremendous safety margin. We have to assume that our surrounding neighbors like Verona and Cedar Grove are not going to be good actors, and that we're going to have to accommodate their overdevelopment as well, or we're going to continue to have these problems. That's point number one. Point number two, to echo what Mr. Scagnelli was saying earlier. When in the course of excuse me, when in the course of doing this, when we're putting things out for bid, everybody's got a stack on their desk. Frank, I know you well. I appreciate all of your efforts. Last I looked, you still have two hands. I get it. You got a stack on your desk. And what happens when something hits your desk that says urgent? It moves to the top. In the course of filing these RFPs with different agencies, with different engineering groups, we can do the same. We can say, this is an urgent job. Move it to the top of the pile. How do we make that happen? We have the ability to do that. And if they say no, we find somebody else who has the ability and who has the time to do it. It can happen and should happen that way. The third and last point that I would like to make is that I appreciate the fact that there are divisions, that there are different activities that different groups have to undertake. And the Planning Commission is a separate legal entity. I understand all of that. I also understand that all of it occurs under that sign. And that why, as a community, why cannot we work cohesively to make sure that we don't continue to run into the same wall, for heaven's sake? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me. There must be oversight, and oversight must stop with this board.
Multi-remedial work that we discussed last meeting with these color charts and the regrading and the swales and berms, that's an immediate short-term solution. But what we're talking about here, and what every one of these residents has spoken about, is much larger than that, and that has to be addressed. And while it may take a little longer, it's still got to be addressed. And shorter is better for these people.
Oh, for a drainage study, and that is for the whole. This is not just for that area. This is for the. So we did address that by authorizing the retention and the planning and the putting out an RFP for this drainage study So, and that would encompass the entire town, so that we have done.
That wasn't made clear by anyone until you just spoke those words.
I thought that it was.
Forgive me if I wasn't clear. There's two RFPs.
Yes,
One is for Glenview, and then the other is
Oh,
for
I know.
yes,
the entire.
entire town.